Hello guys and welcome to MotorBeam. If you have seen the 300cc Comparo, both the motorcycles right over here were there in that. But then the only difference is the motorcycle on my right is the Bmw G310rr and that one was the TVS Apache RR310. Technically they are not different motorcycles, but since the badging is different, the color is different and there are a few changes going around, should you pay close to 3.5 lakhs for the BMW badge or pay 40 to 50,000 more and get yourself a Kawasaki badge? Let's do a comparison in today's video and I'll tell you which one is better and for what. Before we begin, subscribe to MotorBeam and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Design में भी क्या ही बात करूँगा. Basically that is what actually comes to my mind because this is a simple subtle green color going all over the place. Well, this, the BMW, is white. Now white is the only color that is available through BTO option for the Apache and that increases the price. Over here for 3.5 lakhs on road you get this motorcycle with this specific color. And to be very honest, when we were shooting, a sentence from my DOP came to me that this one definitely looks like the S1000RR and the design, the graphics, well, S1000RR light feels definitely here. If you want a green mean looking machine, Kawasaki is definitely there for you, but if you want that grabs a bit more attention, the BMW does it a bit better than the Kawasaki. Digging deep with details, the visor on the BMW G310rr is actually a bit more purposeful because it has a curvature and you can place your head behind it when you're going full throttle. Over here on the Kawasaki, this is an accessory which my friend has put, so the standard visor is just too short. Filtering through traffic is also a bit easier on the Kawasaki, but the mirrors don't give a good view of what's behind. The mirrors on the BMW, which come out of the place completely, give a better view of what's behind. And then as you move back, the dual tone scheme on the chassis as well as the body going around for the BMW is actually a lot more attractive than the single simple plain black and green going for the Kawasaki. So overall, the attractive motorcycle over here is actually a Kawasaki, but the BMW takes it a step up. And then comes the lights. Let's not fight on it, but then Kawasaki is a bit kanya. Only one light turns on in dipper. However, the case for the BMW, or you can say the TVS, well, both the lights turn on simultaneously for low beam as well as high beam. And the bi-LED projector setup is actually a lot more better in terms of daytime as well as night riding, and that is what I conclude that LEDs are better in terms of everything. Only then, if you have foggy situations, the halogens come into place. But then there's one more thing, that indicators, tail light, everything on Kawasaki is halogen, so a bit more battery consumption is going around. On the BMW, it's all LEDs all around. On the Kawasaki, you don't get a grab rail as such, you get a wheelie guard, something like that. Here, it's not there. But on the BMW, you get a grab rail which is side mounted, that can be removed, and it is a very minimal unit, looks nice. Plus the Omega tail lamp on the BMW is actually a bit more better compared to the Kawasaki. The white on the BMW that's over here, it's not a complete bright white, it's more like a creamy white, but even then you can see in the camera that it still is putting out so much brightness that it gets overexposed even for a normal tracking shot. So this one is definitely grabbing good amount of attention. The meter on the Kawasaki is bare basic. It just gets a complete tachometer revving all the way up to 13,000 RPM, and then there's a small digital section where you get all the other details including a fuel gauge, odometer, trip meter, and that's about it. But that on the BMW is the same unit that you've seen on the TVS Apache RR310, and the only change is the BMW logo at the start. Everything else is exactly the same, even the riding modes, rain, road, sport and track, 4 riding modes which are there with the animations, they are still exactly the same. And then when I talk about riding modes, BMW gets it, the Kawasaki does not. On the BMW, you actually get an integrated kill switch with a starter button. It is the same unit as you've seen on the TVS Apache. And the moment you turn it on, the reverse incline engine has a very trebly note all over the place. Even if you rev it, in idle situations, it is not the best place.
ये मुंह से सुपारी निकाल के बात कर रहे बाबा.
Best place to be because it vibrates quite a lot, and at the red line it's unbearable. However, the case for the Ninja, it's a lot different. It's a parallel twin motor and it sounds sweeter and much better. This one does vibrate too, but it is only close to 12,000 RPM, and that is when you will be feeling all the wind all over the place. That is vibrating a little bit earlier, and the harshness on the BMW is definitely there. Well, if we talk about the numbers, there is definitely a single winner, and that is the Kawasaki Ninja 300 because it produces a bit more power. However, the torque from the G310 is just a bit more. 27 Newton meters, Ninja is close to 26 Newton meters. This one produces close to 33-34 bhp of power. The Ninja produces close to 38-39 bhp of power. And then it is a way of the power delivery. The RR revs quite quickly. However, there's a linear power and torque output on the Ninja with the parallel twin motor. So if you want to go touring, then it comes the purpose. If you want to go track riding, if you want to have a lot of fun for a short distance of time, if you want to just commute to a particular place, then the RR makes a lot of sense because it can do it pretty well. It just gets a 11 liter fuel tank, and on the contrary, the Ninja gets a 17 liter fuel tank. Plus the mileage from both the motorcycles is almost the same, so there is not much difference here. So long distance riding from a fair motorcycle, the Ninja does it better. If you want a show off motorcycle but you're not gonna go far, I'll suggest go for the RR any day. Even looking at the switch gear, everything that's going around here, Kawasaki has a particular feel feedback going around. But on the RR, there is a lot more premiumness going around because the cone set setup over here, the handlebar, the clip-on, the T setup which looks quite nice, plus there's a contrasting red for the chassis, and overall BMW does give a premium feel. It is not like way too premium from the other bigger bikes from BMW. This one does look better and feel better than the Kawasaki. The seat height on the RR is at 810 mm, but then it is still accessible because the moment you swing your leg, you sit a little bit aggressive. It is not too aggressive, it is still comfortable. However, you can actually lock your legs over here with the tank. If you're even taller, say 6 feet, you will be more comfortable on this, like not more comfortable, but still a lot more fit into this motorcycle to do track duties. This one, on the RR, you can actually get a wider handlebar and a bit more leverage to go into the corners and enjoy this motorcycle. But what about the pillion? I have Mandar with me who will hop onto this motorcycle and give you a glimpse, because last time Adil did not have this hook to get onto. Now you have a chance. Don't make it worse. He just did make it worse. You are sitting on me, you are not really sitting on the motorcycle. So that is the case with the RR, that the rear seat for the pillion is a little bit higher. So if you are doing pillion duties, or if pillion duties is your priority, the RR might be a little bit difficult. है कि नहीं? ठीक है, उतर जा. All you have to do is stand up on the motorcycle. Don't go out of the frame. You have to still sit on the Kawasaki Ninja. Aja. See, this one is so much more comfortable. Definitely comfortable.
Yes.
So, if you have pillion duties and want a full-fed motorcycle, the Ninja does it better. Ja. The seat height, however, on the Kawasaki is at 780 mm, making it a lot more accessible. But the tank is a little bit bulky, so you can't really lock your knees over here. And this is a very flowing tank. So overall, it is spacious, but can't really be as aggressive to do track duties. So dynamically, the RR is better than the Ninja. But then what about in terms of braking? Well, if you're braking really hard and you want dual channel ABS all the time, both the motorcycles get it. But Kawasaki gets a pedal disc. However, Kawasaki's brakes are not the best. The bite is there, but the gradual feedback that you expect from the brakes is dead. So even if you stand hard on the brakes, the feedback is a little bit lacking. The case on the RR is a little bit different. Well, the counterpart TVS used to get pedal disc. This one does not get pedal disc. These are normal disc, but then the braking feedback is still a bit better. And with the riding modes, the ABS tune and the ABS interference also differs. So if you're in the track mode, there will be least amount of interference from ABS. But if you're in the rain mode, the moment you touch the brakes, ABS interferes. So yes, there is a good amount of changes that happens on the motorcycle. The RR is electronically sound, but if you want a raw feel, the Ninja has it. Bit more confidence from the tires is coming from the RR because the tires grip better. They are wider. At the rear, it is a rounder profile too, so cornering is a lot more easier. The stock tires on the Ninja come as 110 front and 140 rear with a flatter profile, so you can actually go the distance better on the Ninja. But the stock MRFs are not the best in terms of grip, so hence you can see that the tires on the Ninja over here are changed, but of the same profile again. So if you want to go the distance and enjoy a very comfortable ride while cruising at 100-120 km per hour, the Ninja does it without breaking a sweat. However, the rear suspension is a little harder for the Ninja compared to the RR. When I say this, the RR has a little bit more travel, and if you're tackling bad roads, the bounce back effect is not really there on the BMW. The Ninja has it a bit. And the last deciding factor is the ground clearance. On the Ninja, it's just at 140 mm. On the RR is 180 mm. I'm not going to put the Ninja again through the same test because I don't want to break the fairing. Here is a clip of it, of how it went. Well, for the G310rr, it is exactly the same as the Apache, so not much difference. If you ask me to pick a winner between either of the two motorcycles, I will say the purpose or your choice is actually the winner. If you want a track riding motorcycle, if you want a motorcycle that is a standout motorcycle, if you want a motorcycle that does not go the distance, it is only for shorter commutes, maybe 100 kilometers, and that's about it. On a weekend, the RR makes 100% sense for it, and with the BMW badge you can actually get a bit more attention going all around. However, you want a comfortable motorcycle, you want to go the distance, you want a mean green machine that is made for touring, but it is a fair motorcycle. The Ninja makes a lot more sense. You pay extra for it, although you don't get the tech, you don't get a very good instrument cluster, you don't get riding modes, you don't get anything that's great in terms of features. However, as a motorcycle, as a whole package, the Ninja actually makes sense because of the parallel twin motor, and nobody else in the segment has it. Well, there are some brands from China like Kiwi and others are coming into place, but for now, these two have fought well, and the winner is your choice again. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.